Nice and close for me. Get creepy. Real creepy. Okay.
So the number one person who I miss the most during quarantine, I mean my friends and my family and whatever, but mostly it's Healy because he is responsible for my eyebrows.
I know Zoe because I am a New York City-based eyebrow specialist, but I've been doing lots and lots of virtual consultations. So I'm here to be your eyebrow guardian angel.
What would you recommend that people have before they dive in?
The spoolie brush allows you to kind of comb through and manipulate your brows to organize them and get them, sorted out. The scissor for trimming and the tweezer for hair removal. I also like these blades, these eyebrow razors. This is like the little secret weapon. Bring them dangerously close to the camera, and it should feel weird. So let's start by taking your tweezer and then pinching it together on the skinniest side. And then you're gonna wanna push it against the bridge of the nose, which really is that bone. We don't want the nostril edge, that's not very helpful. Often puts them too far apart. It's the bridge of the nose. So if we can go vertically on both sides, that's gonna be a great rule for where they should begin. So why don't you take your spoolie brush and go ahead and give that a comb up and get nice and close so I could see if there's any trimming potential in there. You can snip with little tiny snips on the top, at least of the left one, of just like the 3 highest hairs. And it's just a little at a time, just little snips. And that little guy who's kind of, her. Bye, girl. One thing I will tell you is this area is the area that you're a little bit safer trimming in. You do want to trim less out here toward the tail. And then when you comb them more agreeably, which is kind of like up and over in a 45-degree angle, they should feel like they're lying down really well.
Yeah, there's a couple on this side.
Yep, just get the stragglers. And again, just snip the tip. But now the question is, are they level? Let's hold it like this and we'll sort of just relax the face and then make sure that the brows are relatively level. Let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum. Where should they end? Using a longer tool like your Duo Brow Brush, corner of nose to corner of eye, that's a good place to kind of determine where they should end.
So I'm a little overgrown, it looks like.
Get nice and close for me. Get creepy. Real creepy. Okay. Okay, so for you, I might just trim the very last hair just a little bit. I always say tweezers are a yes or a no, but scissors are a maybe. We're keeping a part of it. And if you're not sure about a hair, we leave it. That's the rule. And if you need to, sometimes I'll take the brow brush and push down all the tail hair and then just see if there's anything that's really too high before you comb the tail hair back up. So if you get close, you could see if there's on the top of that tail, if there's anything really sticking out that is kind of hiding, take it, and then when you comb back up, it'll be cleaner. And then we do want to constantly kind of go from one brow to the next, left to right. I think it's advisable to do both brows at the same time. If not, you end up doing a lot to one brow and then sometimes it's hard to match. The thing I think we should do is fill them in a bit. Take the angled portion of your Duo Brow Brush, dip in. No need to swirl, dive. Yep, just and then give it a little tap. You start in the center, and then whatever's left on the brush should be in the front. We never really want to directly apply product to the front because it could look very harsh. Powder represents what ideal growth would be. Pull in those peaks, join together the tail. Another trick is if you have any brow highlighter, you could put it on under your brow, and wherever that highlighter is applied, you don't need that hair either.
Oh, interesting.
When you feel like the trimming is sufficient, try a little clear brow gel, and if clear brow gel won't make them obedient, then they get the scissor.
That's an eyebrow.
That's perfect. Look at that. That's what I call an eyebrow. One thing to note too is that we're just desperate to see straight lines, but it's hair, and hair's kind of funky. So don't aim for like the perfect straight line, just for like the impressionist painting straight line where it's sort of at a couple of feet back makes a straight line. This is a great place to stop too, and I'll tell you why. They look equidistant, they look level. They look like they terminate at the same place and they have a distinct arch.
No, I can't stop looking at them. I feel like they look really good.
They do, they look great. And this is really the safe place to be. And managing your expectations, whether it's a maintenance thing or a virtual appointment, is important because you're doing your job to keep them tidy, neat, organized, and relatively similar. When you go to see a professional, they're sometimes a little bit more riskier and they'll get you a little bit further.